Hi, and welcome to another one of my classic blues song breakdowns for the month of April 2015. By request, we're going to take a look at B.B. King's 3 O'Clock Blues, one of his early songs from about 1950-51 in that ballpark. The song is played in the key of B flat. And in this tune, you're going to learn a lot of different licks and runs and things you can play in the first position, as well as some other stuff that B.B. did in his early recordings. It's a lot different than his later recordings that he did, like let's say the Live at the Regal Theater and that stuff in the early 60s, late 60s, even up to the way he plays now. It's a lot different than when he first started. He played a lot like T-Bone Walker and used a lot of the same ideas and runs, but played in his own unique way. So the song 3 O'Clock Blues, what we're going to do is start out with the introduction, and then each verse he plays different runs as fills in between the vocal verses. Then he has a solo, which we'll learn note for note, and then he wraps it up. So the song is mostly single string first runs. The introduction, let me play it for you, at least the first part of it. I don't want to play everything or else this lesson will take forever. So if you listen to the original tune, here's what he plays at the beginning. Something along those lines. So here we go, one more time. So what I'm doing, starting out, I'm going to bend the 8th fret of the 3rd string, and I've got 3 fingers. I call these 3-finger bends. First finger is on the 6th fret, second finger is on the 7th fret, ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the 8th fret of the 3rd string. And I'm going to bend that up, and I'm really in a B flat, kind of an F-shaped B flat, and I'm bending, and then keeping my first finger on the 6th fret, 2nd and 1st strings, so it's like this, and then to the 9th fret of the 2nd string. So from there we're going 6th fret of the 2nd string, 8th fret of the 3rd string, 6th fret. 6th fret of the 3rd string. And then we're going to the 8th fret of the 4th string, 6th fret of the 4th string, and then the 8th fret of the 5th string. Kind of a walk. One more time. And then when I get there, I'm getting that F. I'm making the F7th chord because I'm going to use it. And he just hits a little bit of it. And then he gets just a little chop, almost like a rake, to wrap it up. So the whole introduction, the first part of it. Something like that. So that's the beginning of the next part of the introduction. He's going to slide way up on the neck. He does a lick like that. I'm playing that pretty slow. So what we're doing, going from the 6th fret of the 1st string to the 9th fret, and then sliding right away to the 12th fret. And then to the 13th fret. And then he does this, which is this chromatic run on the 1st string mostly. So we're going, and then 12, 13, 12, 11, 10, 11th fret of the 2nd string. So the whole thing. One more time. And then he's doing a lick that he'll do throughout this tune, where he goes from the 6th fret of the 2nd string, and he does this little slide. He's sliding from the 8th fret of the 2nd string to the 11th fret, back to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. So this is all on the 2nd string. Kind of chokes it. Then he walks from the 8th fret to the 6th fret of the 3rd string to the 8th fret of the 4th string, like this. Then he does this classic kind of B.B. King lick, where he's going from the 6th fret to the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then he's doing the 6th fret of both the 2nd and the 1st string, down to the 9th fret or up to the 9th fret of the 2nd string. Then he does this lick, which is really cool. Starting from the 6th fret of the 2nd string to the 8th fret of the 3rd string, and then to the 6th fret of the 3rd string to the 7th fret, back to the 6th fret of the 2nd string, and then to the 8th fret of the 4th string. And then something like that, where he's going from the 6th fret to the 7th fret again of the 3rd string, and then he's going to get the 6th fret of the 2nd string and then use the vibrato, and then heads into the first verse of the song. So let's try to play the whole introduction to B.B. King's 3 O'Clock Blues. That's the first part of the song. Now I play that kind of clumsily. I haven't played this song ever before, and certainly not note for note, but what I'm trying to do here is show you how to play it and what the licks are. A couple of the ideas, they'll slide. That's kind of a neat idea there. And then also the way he does that on the 2nd string, you'll hear that several more times in the song. And it's just a different way of playing. So instead of playing that, you get a little more character with that hop, that sliding noise. When I come back, we'll get into the first verse of 3 O'Clock Blues by B.B. King.